Alright, we're back, and this week we'll look at another classic AVGN episode. Episode 3, The Karate Kid. According to the nerd, this game is ass, and the controls are horrible. And there isn't really much else to say, because it's actually more of a real review, with more gameplay than his first two episodes. So how bad is The Karate Kid on Nintendo? Well, the nerd didn't say it, but this is actually the first LGN game that he reviewed. Now, I'll just get this out of the way. I know LGN was mainly just a publisher that got rights to a bunch of franchises and didn't actually develop all the games that they get the hate for. But you know what? You see that little symbol there? When this magical little rainbow appears, nothing else matters. It's an LGN game, plain and simple. The title screen gives you nothing. There is no story, no cutscenes, or anything that lets you know which Karate Kid movie this is from. The original Karate Kid came out in June of 1984, and the second one came out in June of 1986. The Karate Kid on Nintendo wasn't released until November of 1987, over a year afterwards. And the box art doesn't specify either, so you have to imagine this game covers the first movie, right? Well, you start off fighting in the karate tournament against nameless opponents. I'm just gonna guess this is Cobra Kai, and the dude in the background is either the ref, or maybe it's Kreese. It kinda looks like Kreese to me, but I'm not sure. And right off the bat, you'll notice that this game plays like a weird mix of Kung Fu and Karate Champ. The controls are stiff, and the hit detection is pretty bleh. Anything other than the kick seems like a complete waste of time. You can do the crane kick to deal some extra damage if you wish, I guess. So after the tournament, you're just magically in the mean streets of Okinawa facing nameless henchmen. So I imagine this game started right at the end of the Karate Kid 1 and tossed you directly into the second movie. It's not a big deal, but a simple cutscene or some text or something would have been cool. When the game really starts, the first thing you'll notice is exactly how bad the controls actually are. They are awful. God awful. Fighting the controller is harder than fighting your opponents, and the computer is relentless. If you get trapped between two opponents, you might as well just put the controller down and go for a walk, because they beat the ever-living shit out of you. By seemingly accident during battles, you can jump into bonus stages, and they are pretty pointless and unfun. There are 3 bonus stages in all, the controls suck, and the bonuses are not useful. The third stage is frustrating as hell. It takes place during the storm of Okinawa, which was cringy enough in the movie. There's just so much crap flying at you here. Birds, sticks, dudes, and more. There's a lot of platforming which just really doesn't work with these controls. If you are above your opponent on a platform, it's absolutely impossible to do anything. You can't just jump over them. What a pain in the ass. The hit mechanics kind of work like Castlevania here, and it's easy to get bumped into the water. Fuck this level. The fourth and final stage is actually impossible to complete without cheating. Right away, you'll face a new henchman, which I have to believe is the protagonist Chosen, or Shozen, from Karate Kid 2, because he uses a similar spear in the movie. If you try to fight him, you're fucked. The enemies on this level now take 2 clean hits to kill, so they just beat your ass over and over. The only way to complete this level is to stack the enemies in this little cave right here in the beginning, and unleash them through the entire level. But be careful, if you accidentally jump too far off this one rock, you'll spawn a bonus stage that resets the enemy positions. If you do that, you're screwed. What an absolute asshole level design. At the end of the stage, you fight Chosen while your girlfriend is hanging out, and if you fight too close to her, she falls off the stage and you lose. The first time I got here, I genuinely thought I won the game, but instead she fell off the stage and I got a game over. What the fuck? At the end, you get this pathetic cutscene with Mr. Miyagi telling you, the player, that you have become a martial arts master. And then he winks at you. What? It's almost like this game was one of many that were created in a quick turnaround to get pumped out for an upcoming movie. But again, this was released a full year and a half after Karate Kid 2. And why do all these karate games on NES have to suck anyway? They're all plagued by shitty controls and uninteresting gameplay. As far as Karate Kid on NES goes, is it as bad as AVGN made it out to be? Yes. It sucks ass. Seriously, I hate this game so bad and I can't find any redeeming qualities about it. This is an easy 1 out of 5 star game for me. Skip playing this one and instead go watch Cobra Kai on YouTube Red or Prime or YouTube Plus, whatever the hell they call it nowadays. That show's pretty awesome. And the next game, unfortunately, is my Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on NES. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Dear Lord.